Hello, good morning. It's Mrs. Montgomery here with today's story. I'm going to read a fun story today. The illustrations are photographs, and these are photographs done by a nature photographer who takes real life pictures of animals looking like they're doing human things. Look at this little guy. It's called The Secret Life of Squirrels, written by Nancy Rose. So here is The Secret Life of Squirrels, starring the main character, Mr. Peanuts. It's very cute. Most squirrels spend their days gathering nuts and climbing trees. Not Mr. Peanuts. He is a rather unusual squirrel. Mr. Peanuts enjoys activities, such as grilling on his tiny grill. His hot dogs are delicious. Look at that. How cute is that? Mr. Peanuts plays the piano beautifully. His favorite piece is Moonlight Sonata. Most squirrels would find that piece quite difficult to play, but then again, most squirrels don't play the piano. Mr. Peanuts likes to read. His favorite books are A Tale of Two Cities and Goodnight Nut. He especially likes to read aloud. You may have heard him chattering in your backyard. How cute are these photographs? I wonder how hard it was to get a squirrel to act out these things. Mr. Peanuts has been busy. Mr. Peanuts has a busy and mostly happy life, but once in a while, he feels lonely. Being a clever squirrel, Mr. Peanuts has an idea. He sits down and writes a letter using his very best penmanship. Dear Cousin Squirrel, please come for a visit. I promise you will have an excellent time. Sincerely, Mr. Peanuts. He mails the letter the very next day. Then he waits and waits and waits some more. I think these are so cute. He checks his mailbox every day, hoping for a reply. One day he finds a letter waiting for him. It reads, Dear Mr. Peanuts, my favorite cuz. Thanks for the letter. It's been too long. Can't wait to see what you're up to these days. I'll be there soon. Cheers, Cousin Squirrel. Mr. Peanuts smiles as he reads the tiny letter over and over. Then he gets to work. He wants to make sure everything is perfect for his cousin's visit. Mr. Peanuts dusts and cleans. He even vacuums under the rug. He does laundry, chattering to himself as he works. He is the tidiest squirrel around, and certainly the only one with a washer and dryer. How cute is that? Mr. Peanuts makes up his cousin's bed just so. With the sheets tucked in tight, he wants him to have a great night's sleep. He bakes the most delicious hazelnut chocolate cake. He tastes the batter, just to be sure it's sweet enough. Mr. Peanuts takes a bath with his rubber ducky. A squirrel can never be too clean. He even brushes his whiskers. Just look at that handsome squirrel in the mirror. So cute. Finally, Cousin Squirrel arrives. He's just in time for breakfast. Mr. Peanuts and Cousin Squirrel both love pancakes. Later, the two squirrels go for a wagon ride. Mr. Peanuts soon learns that two squirrels travel faster than one. Here they are. Mr. Peanuts teaches Cousin Squirrel how to play chess. Cousin Squirrel learns quickly. It's more fun to play chess with a friend, thinks Mr. Peanuts, even if you always win. It is a beautiful day, so they pack a picnic. Cousin Squirrel makes his peanut butter sandwiches with an extra layer of crunchy peanuts. Mr. Peanuts has never thought to try that. It tastes scrumptious. That night, they build a campfire and scare each other with ghost stories, including the old haunted tree and the one-eyed owl. You can't tell yourself a ghost story, thinks Mr. Peanuts. You need a friend. The next day, they go out for ice cream. Mr. Peanuts has his usual scoop of peanut brittle. Cousin Squirrel tries the flavor of the month, buttery salted pecan. Yum. That's so cute. Mr. Peanuts and Cousin Squirrel are two rather unusual squirrels who have a wonderful time together. Having a friend makes everything twice as fun. Look at all those hazelnuts. Yum. That's my favorite kind of nut. Okay, look, and this in the back is the woman who took the photographs and wrote the book is talking about tips for taking photographs of wildlife. And she just tells you to practice with a pet and to respect the wildlife and stay safe, right? And be patient, because you can't expect wild creatures to just pose for you, right? And then it says, while many animals are friendly, you can never be too sure. Speak to an adult before you photograph wildlife, right? Those are pretty good tips. And here she is. This shows a little bit about her setting up the stage for the little squirrel. This must be from a different book. Let's see if I can see this one. And here she is with the squirrel. So this must be a tame squirrel. Let's see. She says that Mr. Peanuts is her first actor squirrel. But she's had 3 or 4 other little squirrels who have come to visit that she has taken photographs of. It's cute. Well, that was fun. I hope you liked that book. I just thought the photographs were really cute. It makes it look like a little squirrel is doing human things. I will see you tomorrow for one more story. I don't want to get sad. It's the last story. It's our last week together and our very last day. So I will see you tomorrow with our very final story.